In this video, we are going to learn how we can use technology to support the double bubble procedure, also known as compare-contrast bubbles or Venn diagrams. Let's take another look at the procedure. If you review step 2, you will see that students start off by adding notes to a class diagram. While working together in a whole group setting, the SmartBoard is an ideal tool for this procedure. So before I show the specifics of how it can be set up for your own students, let's look at a few teacher-created examples. These can all be found in the Smart Exchange. Here's a page from a Smart Notebook lesson. Students read a text on frogs and toads, and then they completed this double bubble with characteristics of each animal. Here is another example used with some of our emergent readers. In this lesson, the teacher set up the lesson in advance with images from 2 of the fairy tales. Students can come up to the board and simply drag and drop the objects to the correct area of the double bubbles. This next double bubble was designed to be used after reading the picture book Stella Luna. Students can compare and contrast bats and birds by dragging the attributes to the appropriate bubble. These are just some of the ideas presented for the double bubble procedure in the Smart Notebook software. Now let's see how easy it is for you to set up this activity for your own students. There are several ways for you to open up Smart Notebook. Here's a Smart Notebook page. The layout of your page and your tools may look slightly different depending on the version of SmartBoard, Smart Notebook that you are using. I recently upgraded to version 11. And some teachers are still using version 10. If you want to open up a Smart Notebook file, you simply go to the lower right corner on the taskbar and you click on the Smart icon. The Smart icon is a blue square with a white donut on top of it. If I click there, I get a menu, and the top shortcut will open up a Smart Notebook file. So here's my blank page of my Smart Notebook. Once you have your blank page, you will need to create the circles. So of course there are multiple ways to do this. I have a shape tool up here at the top, and I could make my own circles, but I can also get a pre-created diagram from the gallery. Along the side of the notebook, you have several tabs. The second tab, the one with the picture frame, is the gallery. And as you probably know, the gallery is your best friend when you're working on a Smart Notebook lesson. So I'm going to click on the gallery and then go to the search box. In this case, I'm going to type in Venn and then click on Search. The results are at the bottom and they are sorted by type. So each category is in a different folder, and I would like a pre-created page, so I'm going to open up the Notebook Files and Pages. I click on the arrow to open it, and now I see all of my choices. I can scroll down and I see there are different colors, different numbers of bubbles. When I find the one that I would like, I'm simply going to click on it and drag it onto my Smart Notebook page. So I found one with 2 bubbles. I like how it has different colors. I'm going to drag that onto my page and I release, and there we go. So next I want to label my bubbles. I can click anywhere on a Smart Notebook page, and when I start typing, a text box is automatically created for me. So if my students are reading an informational text on wild weather, I might have them compare and contrast tornadoes and hurricanes. So first I'm going to label this bubble tornadoes. And now I can click at the top of the second bubble and I'll start typing hurricanes. So now that I have my labels, I may want to edit them a little bit. I can actually double click on the text and highlight it, just like I do when I'm working in any word processing application. Again, I double click, I highlight, and then up here I have drop down menus. If I want to change the font, I can do that. If I would like to change the text size, I can do that. just to make sure those students sitting all the way in the back can see what's on the SmartBoard. And now I'm just clicking on the text box and I can drag it to a different spot on my board if I need to do that. So I'll do the same thing over here with tornadoes. So after my students have read the text selection, they can just come up to the SmartBoard, get a pen from the tray, and fill in their ideas right on the bubbles. Of course, when you're all done, always remember to click up here on the disk on the toolbar, and that will save your Smart Notebook file. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it has helped you learn how we can use technology to support the double bubble procedure.